happy to introduce Adrienne Smith, who is a fit model for brands like Lucky Jeans and One World and what's the other one? Connected Apparel, which is great. So please welcome our guest, Adrienne Smith. Yay! Yes, wearing cherries.
Yeah, I'm all about the cherries.
I'm gonna take that dress off of your body.
Yeah, Kathy was like, just so you know, after the show, I'm gonna tackle you and take your dress.
Oh my God, besties! Just a mugging on Santa Monica.
Yeah.
You look adorable. Thank you so much for coming.
Back
and you are a friend of Joy Nash's,
yes,
who we
I
just
am.
love,
She's the
and
best.
she sent you our way, which we so appreciate.
That's so
Now,
sweet.
you let's talk about you growing up. You're from here. You're an Angelino.
I'm an Angelina. There's like only two of us in the world. No one is an Angelina anymore. You either, move away or come here.
And
yeah, born and raised.
Angelino, like Silver Lake.
Silver Lake, baby.
Silver Lake.
Silver
I like to use the
Lake.
L. Silver Lake. Yeah.
Yeah, and my parents still live there in that house that I grew up in. And
That's
yeah,
so
I'm
cool.
local all the way. Yeah.
That's
so
great.
I grew up in LA.
So growing up in LA,
Yeah.
we just want to talk about your experience with your body. Like, what was your body image?
It wasn't so great initially, early on. I kind of struggled with it. I started into acting maybe around when I was like 12.
Oh, wow.
And so I was going out for the plus size roles, and there was just a lot of tricky stuff with that, just kind of characters that were really extreme, and it was all about the weight kind of issue.
Geez, so much has changed.
I know,
That's so
right?
weird. Why is a part about your weight? That's
What?
so strange.
I know, because that's the only
The
thing that it
only
could
thing.
possibly be
The
about.
only thing that defines me ever.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I took some time to kind of come into my skin, and it honestly really wasn't until I became a fit model that I really kind of embraced myself. And who would think that the fashion industry would kind of end up embracing me, and that would be where I would kind of find acceptance and find, comfort in my own skin.
Blessing.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It's the strangest thing. I sort of, never thought that would happen. And I, like I say, I was in the acting business, and then this kind of just fell into my lap.
It's okay, but
Yeah.
but it never falls into your, like, there's always a something.
Yeah,
so
there's a something.
take us on the journey.
The journey.
Because I have fit model friends in New York.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Wait. Sorry. Can you tell us what a fit model is?
Oh.
Because, sorry, I had to explain to my husband, she's a fit, she does fitness stuff. I'm like, no, she's not a fitness model.
Right.
She's a fit model. So can you tell us what that is exactly?
Yeah, absolutely. It's basically a live mannequin that clothing companies and manufacturers use to build their clothes on. And they basically, they want to check the drape and the fit and the flow of a garment, and they do that on a real life person. And they basically build kind of everything on that one person, and then they grade up and down based on those proportions. And a good fit model is there to kind of make it more wearable and functional. You have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. You first put something on, and it's ridiculous. You can't get your head through it, your arm, you can move about that much. It's falling back, it's scratching, it's itchy, it's uncomfortable. There's so many things that you have to go through until you get kind of a fully realized garment.
Right.
So a fit model can be really, critical to the success or failure of a company.
Wow.
Yeah, and so they will often pick you based on your proportions. You have to be certain, proportions. They don't like people that are too tall or too short. It's kind of all in the middle of the road kind of thing. And it's so weird that I don't even know how that can work. How is it possible that you could fit it on one person and that would fit a ton of people? It doesn't even really make sense.
Right, but it's
But it
also,
kinda
you're
does.
sort of the best average. That's probably what they're thinking.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of clothing companies will look for someone who kind of represents their target customer.
Okay.
And if you're proportionate enough, sometimes you can fit all different ranges. You can fit junior, contemporary, and kind of missy clothes.
Wow.
And you'll just fit it differently depending on what that customer might want. You know what I mean?
So now you also have Macy's on your resume.
Yeah.
What exactly does that mean?
Well, Macy's has private labels,
Right.
and so they're based out of New York. And so I've been sort of approved as a West Coast model if they wanted you work with any vendors out here, so that they can build their garments on me as well based on these certain measurements, because I sync up with their model that they have in
Look
New
at
York.
that. So you have a body twin.
So I have a body twin. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I mean, not
That's
exactly,
kind
but
of crazy.
it's weird.
Listen, I wish you were my body twin. because you literally have like 25 different people you work with or
I
something
know.
ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Do
It's
you
really
find
good.
that you shop at the places that you fit model for?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I actually do so much less shopping now because I get so much stuff for free. And also, you know, and also, you know, through the course of one day, I could try.
I'm just like, I'm like vehemently jealous. I'm just like, what?
But the thing is, in one day I can try on like 50 to 100 garments. Like, so I don't usually want to do a whole lot of shopping after I've just tried on that many garments every day, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So it gets, and it's very physically demanding.
So, like,
So
people who are like, go shopping with me, you're like, suck a dick.
actually, no,
You're like, that's like my, you're like the gynecologist that's just like, no, I don't want to see your vagina anymore.
I mean, I still try to, obviously, because I want to know what's out there in the marketplace and see what other like competitors' fits are like. And so, of course, I'm still in the mix and shopping. But for the most part, like, I just get a lot of free stuff. And at first, I was like really shy about asking for things. You know, I'd be like, I don't want to be like inappropriate and ask for a garment or something. And now I'm just like, whatever, can I have that?
Yeah.
You know, like,
Nice.
you know,
I love
like
that.
I'm
You're
all
like,
about
this
it.
looks great on me.
perfect.
Can I have it?
You fit this so well to me that I
Right.
have to take it out of here.
Exactly.
So let's go back. Thank you
Yes.
for clearing that up. So
Yes.
talk about how you first got into it. Like, what was your first job?
Well, I worked at a boutique for a long time, and one of the customers there, you know, came up to me and was like, I think you'd be a really good fit model. And she's like, you should look into it. And so I looked into it, and I was like, one of the first things I saw were like, you're going to be measured like from head to toe, every part of your body. And I'm like, you know what?
Maybe not.
I'm going to go ahead and pass. But thank you so much. And like, I just wasn't ready for it. Like, it just wasn't for me. And then 3 years later, that same customer actually became my acting manager. And she was sitting next to a fit model agent, and she saw my picture, asked me what size I was. I went in the next week, and I started working like the next day and haven't stopped.
Wow. That's so great.
Yeah.
I want to ask you so many things. We only have a
Please.
couple minutes, so what
Sure.
one should I pick? Which one should I pick? So is there a line that you have been working with that you are like, they're cutting edge, I really like what they're doing? I mean, especially with bigger sizes.
Well, one of my favorite brands is just Lucky Brand in terms of how they embrace, you know, their customer.
I wore their jeans
Oh,
many
you do? Oh,
years,
marvelous.
many years.
And they really
Yes.
care about, you know, they care about their customer. They care about getting it right. They did a lot of research from the beginning into, you know, who their customer is and how to reach out to bloggers. And I really like, you know, what they've done. And I also love working with YMI Jeans because they have this whole "wanna bet a butt" kind of campaign. And like, who doesn't? I
I've
have like,
seen those ads.
right? Like,
They
who
worked
doesn't?
on Eva.
Who doesn't like? Like, who doesn't want to bet a butt, right?
Right.
And I love what they do too with their stuff because they're you know, they're fashion forward, and they like are free with things, and they don't, you know, they don't want to hide me. They want to show off the curves and embrace them and celebrate them. And I love that about them.
Nice.
You know?
That's so great. That's so great.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk more about Fashion Week when we come back.
Let's do it.
We're definitely going to talk about Ashley Graham's new launch.
Yeah, and H&M.
Oh, Lord.
Those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All right, we got lots more coming back at ya. Plus this. Hi, we're back with Plus This, and Adrienne Smith is here.
Yo.
Now, have you ever been a fit model for lingerie?
No, actually, it's funny. That's where my own like kind of body issues come into play. Just because I don't do lingerie, underwear, any of that stuff. Because if you're gonna do it, you got to be prepared to be like exposed.
Yeah.
There might be 20 people that you're standing
Yeah,
there for.
girl.
They take pictures side,
This
front, side,
one-
back.
Yeah, this one over here probably would be okay.
I love you for that.
I'm just gonna
Not so
confess this that I actually did do a tiny bit of fit modeling for a lingerie company.
Look at
Oh,
you.
that, see?
I have so much
See?
respect for you. Like, it's funny how, you know, like everyone's at a different place, and like I feel I'm at such a better place now than I was before, but I would love to, you know, be that free to do that.
I mean,
It's
and then they were
amazing.
like, "Hey, so do you want to be in our catalog and do some photos?" And I was like, sure." And then they never asked me back because I was probably like really terrible.
No,
No,
I'm sure
stop
you're
that.
gorgeous. I'm sure you're gorgeous. Speaking of gorgeous, Ashley Graham
Hello.
had her lingerie line come out, and the runway show. You know, it's so funny because you were like, I want to see the legs. Like,
I know. I was like, I'm
Oh,
like, do
yes.
their legs jiggle?
Me too. Totally.
we were all really curious, and
I
we're
was.
happy to say that they're like real, and
They're, like,
there's
totally
these
real
amazing
people.
pictures of that.
Look
Wow.
at
Oh,
yes, Ashley Graham.
Yes, I love that.
These are
I mean,
neat.
I was telling Kathy today that honestly, all of the garments are definitely not for actual like day-to-day use, but for
That one
sexual
could.
use.
That one could do it.
No,
That one could do it.
my
You could wear that
boob would squish out of that little
You
triangle.
can wear that underneath stuff.
No,
with the
that is like hot. I love that.
Yes.
Oh,
I love that.
yeah.
That is definitely for the
Beautiful.
bedroom.
You were like, I like
Yeah.
her little belly chub. Line.
Little lines. It's
You
so
loved
real.
that.
She's like real. She's like a real lady.
It was really, I mean, I really enjoyed the clothes, but the lingerie, but I don't think that they're like functional day to day wear. It's like it's fuck lingerie.
It's let's
Let's get it on.
I want you to see
Right.
without anything else but this on. Yeah.
Yes, right, yeah.
But maybe underneath clothes are great. I mean, you're right. Like the things that have like the things that are like the
Yeah,
things. You're
the
right.
line, and then
I don't want to jiggle my cherries.
no, but also like I can't wear a lot of lace, and like my skin is very sensitive. So if I'm wearing lace, I'm just like, how fast can you get it off of me?
You're funny.
Yeah,
You're
I just
funny. Well,
can't-
I
I
will say
can't do
that it again, even though we're celebrating this, we had a comment on our Plus This page when we posted it that some people they don't go up enough sizes. Like my sister personally, and she won't mind saying this, has a very large cup size. And my dad might say it's K for kaboom, but that might not be really what it is. He did that once at dinner. It was amazing. Because we were like friends over. It was horrifying and yet hilarious. So thanks, Dad, for that one. If anyone wants to know where I get my cheek from, it's my dad. So, and my sister said she went immediately to look it up after posting it. And she's like, and they don't have my size. I have to pay $100 and I hate it. And that's true.
And they go up to H, so that's kind of crazy. Amory, okay, I'm just saying it's kind of crazy.
No, really what you said was someone needs a boob reduction.
I know. I was like, somebody needs to get a breast reduction. Just saying.
And but it is true. Like especially if you're like lauding yourself as, hey, this is a specific plus size line. You would want them to serve a full.
Well, and they only
range.
went up
Yep.
to like 42, right, or
Yeah.
44 maybe.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that was kind of
Oh.
small too for a plus size line.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I would challenge them. It's challenge.
Challenge time.
Challenge.
Get the clothes, the
Challenge
lingerie
time.
bigger.
Make them a little bit bigger. We also read this week about H&M in New York getting rid of all traces.
And
of
they have a
plus size.
sign outside their door that's like,
Sorry about it.
more sizes are online, and we have a
yeah, we
picture
have
of
a
it.
picture of
And
it.
it's like, what? Just first of all, they chose like homewares over
I know.
plus size girls.
I know.
It's up there. Here's the sign. Here's the
More sizes
available.
available. H&M.com.
Wow.
Suck it.
because they'd rather have candles and picture frames than fat girls in their freaking stores.
I know. It's absurd. And what's so sad is back in the day when I was on tour and they weren't even here yet in the States, I mean, most of the wardrobe I bought on tour was from H&M. And they went right up to 16. And they were adorable and great and like wonderful. And so then when they sized down, and I think only went up to a size 10 and then pulled all the other things and made them a plus size section, like they became shit.
You know what's kind of crazy to me is why is it that they're putting the plus size clothes online when it's more difficult for us to find
us to
clothes?
find
Like regular
clothes.
size girls.
They can find.
They can
Yes.
go and get an
Exactly.
8. They can order an 8 and they'll be fine. They'll fit into it.
Right.
That is not the truth for me. Like sometimes I'm a size 10 and sometimes I'm a size like 22. I'm
It's
like,
so
how?
true.
It makes no sense
Right.
to me. So why are you taking the plus size out? Take some more of
Yeah.
the straight size out because they can order it online
Exactly.
and fit
Yeah.
them.
Because a size 4 will fit you no matter where you go.
I
Yeah.
don't understand. Like, why are you I can't even say the ostracizing us.
Yeah, we're worked up from that, trolls. But we can't say words. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
how
just
to
like,
talk.
I'm just mad.
Adrenaline. Oink oink.
Because overweight.
I'm gonna choke to death. Wait, so I didn't mean to go on the tangent. I'm sorry, but yeah, and I think that you do have. There's something true about they don't want fat people in their stores.
No, it's definitely true.
See, I think where it gets a little confusing is I think that probably it comes down to money too. Like they probably weren't generating a lot of money in that department, but there's more to it than that because how much are they doing their due diligence? Are they getting the word out on their plus? Are they
Yeah,
sort of
because I
handle
did not even
babying
know
it.
they had a
Yeah,
plus
no,
line.
but that's critical. I've seen that with some companies. Some companies, they start at the same time they launch and they try to do plus. Some companies do it without any fanfare. There's no publicity, nothing at all. They put all this effort into designing these great clothes and they don't tell anyone about it. And there's like a disconnect. And then
Yeah.
I've seen other companies that embrace it and do everything, and they really put the word out, and they soar.
Yeah.
And that's what I wonder what happened in this case. If they, and I wish almost still, even if they were taking a hit financially, I wish they would have just held out a little longer and tried a little harder, maybe to.
Well, this is going to hurt them. I mean, this is terrible
It's hard.
negative
It's frustrating.
publicity. I don't even want to step through their doors.
It's
And
sour.
listen, I'm telling you that half my wardrobe was H&M for a very long time until they phased out their regular sizes went down. So, because for a while I was very in between. I was very like 14, 16. And now I'm on the other side of that a little bit. So, but I'm one of those people that needs those clothing lines that push their sizes high.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would
Me
just
too.
be easier if they just made them for all of us. Like, why can't we just have them for everybody?
I don't.
Yeah.
So
I don't
silly.
understand
So
either.
silly. What was the other thing? Oh, you can't. There was this fierce article. Fierce. You can't flaunt plus size models without making plus size clothes. Marc Jacobs.
Yeah.
It
It was Marc Jacobs and Tom Ford, right?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. Definitely know it was Marc Jacobs. So Beth Dido, who's amazing, has her own clothing line in herself, and it's so awesome and cool. She was on the runway, if we could show it, a couple of years ago.
There she is.
And this is from Marc
Wow.
Jacobs. He made her that dress. It was they were like honoring John Waters, so it was sort of like honoring Divine. And that dress never was available. Never. They even said, I think even their publicist said, oh, there's a plan to do larger sizes, and that has never come to fruition. And then they did it again this year. They had all of these like celebrity funny people, including Whoopi Goldberg, who wore a skirt and a top. And the person who wrote this article was like, I was so excited. I got an email about it saying I could pre-order the skirt. And it's from a size 0 to a size 4 only. Yeah, but you made one for Whoopi Goldberg. And it's not cool anymore. Like, that's not cool. Like, I don't understand what your point is. Like, why is there that
because
disconnect?
you're not making a couture skirt for Whoopi Goldberg. Like, that's not what's happening there, right? I mean, I guess that they technically were because they made one skirt for her.
And who was the lucky fit model that got to take that home?
Yeah.
Whoopi probably packed it right in her bag.
Yeah.
I mean, she was like really proud of it. She was like, only in America could this happen and blah, blah, blah. And then fuck the rest of America. Sorry, guys. You have to be on TV and we have to, consider you an icon in order for you to get dressed.
Yeah, for real.
And last week I kind of had a small meltdown. You weren't here for it. About how, people think of plus size women as lazier and a little less educated and all that stuff, and yet we can't even find the clothes to prove that differently and to be a different person style-wise in the world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I look sloppier because I'm trying to make a jacket that doesn't fit me work.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Or
Yes.
having to shop it for men's jackets.
Right, exactly.
Which I did in the 90s a lot. There was a lot of men's jackets from the Goodwill and the thrift stores. Yeah.
No, I still wear men's jackets.
Yeah.
Because they have bigger arms.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was also this there were two this Made Me. Do you know Made Me? I don't really know them, but there are two bloggers who are really big and supporting women of all sizes, and they came out, and we have a picture of them too, in an Instagram with them in their clothes. And then this writer was like, I went to look for those clothes, and
There they are.
There they are. And really cute, adorable. And then, they're two girls who don't give a fuck. That's their whole thing. And then they went online and tried to buy them, and this is what they saw. And there were no sizes. It was literally that. And she was like, I've had it. So she wrote this article, So, it's even people who are on the cutting edge, people who are saying that, oh, we're body, positive and want to bring awareness. You don't get to have awareness for one photo. You know what I'm saying? That's not awareness.
But what do you think that's about? Because honestly, why would they do that? Why that when that doesn't even promote their brand and what they're actually selling? What do you think?
That's
about
I don't know, that it perplexes me too. It doesn't make any sense to me why you would do that. It's like such a kind of a tease almost, and it's mind-boggling to me. But I will tell you on the flip side of it, on the other end behind the scenes, I have worked with some of the most amazing, wonderful people and you know, these huge design companies, and they really do actually care about their customers, and they want to get it right, and they really are compassionate. They're just like other people. There's plus size people all there too, and you know,
Right.
and so they, you know, there is a lot of love behind the scenes too. They want it. They genuinely want to get it right. So when I see stuff like this, it's not in alignment with what my experience is behind the scenes.
Yeah.
People really genuinely, they do care about their
Which
customer.
I'm so glad to hear
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh
for
my
sure.
gosh. We read reviews, we talk about it, we think it through, we try to figure out who she is, what she wants, what makes her comfortable, what she wants to wear. I mean, it's not what I expected. You know what I mean? Based on, like I said, the
Yeah.
fashion industry, which is why I think that's why it was so weird. I never expected to find acceptance in
Right,
this
in the
kind of
fashion industry,
no,
for
of
sure.
all places.
And even that acting thing in you that
Yeah.
like gets to play in different
Oh,
roles,
yes.
and I mean that's actually really kind of fun too.
It's really fun. It's really fun. But that is something I kind of wanted to get out there because I wanted people to know. And even fit models, I know people get frustrated. They probably put things on and they're like, who is this fit for? Or like, what's going on? Like, why is this
Right.
happening? And we really do try. It's hard to make things universally flattering, but we
Yeah.
really try.
Well,
and they really do
You're
care.
a little taller than me, so I don't know if these brands are.
Sorry, they
right.
don't fit clothes to hobbits.
I'm not a hobbit.
You
I got
are
hobbit
too.
feet.
You are a hobbit.
I do
You
have
just
hobbit
need the
feet.
hobbit haircut, and then you're dang well a
You're
hobbit.
so dumb, Adrienne. Thank you so much for being here. If someone wanted to contact you, what is the best way to reach you?
You know, I would say through my agency. I'm with Rage Models, and they're awesome, and I love
Rage!
them.
So appropriate. So
Awesome.
appropriate. Thank you so
Yes,
much
thank
for
you
schooling
so
us.
much.
Thank
You
you
were
so
so fantastic.
Thank you so much for
And
having me.